Welcome to But Her... Wow, that was really high. Welcome to But Her Lyrics, the show where we delve into the political lyrics of songs I like, songs I wrote, or topics that I think should be a song. I'm Shauna Potter, singer and lyricist for waronwomen, and your host. Today we're talking to Lindsey Cox of the band Stepmom, which waronwomen recently had the pleasure of meeting and playing a few shows with. And we even stayed in Lindsey's living room, despite her needing to go to work early the next day, so you know she's a real one. This interview digs into their song Survival Mode, which I think will resonate with a lot of people listening right now in the year of this hellscape 2026. But we get into her musical past, the thesis of the band, and what she describes as her spirituality and what that does for her creativity. And I think what she says can make a lot of sense to a lot of people, but maybe they wouldn't call it that, right? So very interesting discussion. And I'd love to know what you think after you listen to it. No bonus moments on this episode, so you're hearing the whole dang thing as a treat, whether you're a patron or not. But if I may... Patreon! What if you join my Patreon, right? What if you head to patreon.com/Shauna Potter? Because any amount of support will get you bonus episodes of But Her Lyrics, as well as behind the scenes stuff, tour diaries, some private stuff, and access to a chat with me and other patrons, mostly about our pets. And it really does help me make this podcast and pay bills during my career transition from amp repair tech to intimacy coordinator. Anything helps, any level helps. Truly, truly, I appreciate it. Another way to support me is to share my new self-guided online Safer Space course from my website with 5 local venues or bands or independent businesses in your town. So just share shaunapotter.com with 5 people, 5 businesses, 5 organizations. Tell them how important Safer Spaces is to you. And by doing that, if they sign up, well, that'll make your community safer. So it's just that easy. Tell them that it exists and let them know that there are discounts for group signups. All right. Anyway, commercial over. Let's get into this interview with Lindsey of Stepmom. Interview time! Lindsey Cox, thank you so much for joining me on But Her Lyrics. Please introduce yourself to everyone.
Hello, Shauna Potter. Thank you so much for having me. I'm Lindsey Cox. I'm the lead singer and guitarist for the art punk band Stepmom, based out of Oklahoma City. I'm a talent booker and events producer at Factory Obscura, an immersive art company in Oklahoma City. And I'm also a radio host for Lindsey's Lounge on KOSU The Spy.
So you're used to talking on a microphone. This is not scary to you. That's nice. I love it. For anyone that I doubt I will share this bit of the interview online as a trailer, but I just want everyone to know that Lindsey's cute little white cat is in her arms and all curled up being pet, and it's very nice to see. I'm feeling soothed by seeing you better. So
He's
thanks
my
for that.
emotional support cat for sure.
Yeah, aren't they? Aren't they just? So our bands played a handful of shows together recently, and I thought it was awesome. I like great crowds, lots of fun, and you guys put on quite a show. It is a production. It's a whole production. There's props, there's set dressing, sometimes there's dancers. Has that been there since the inception of the band? Can you tell me about that?
Since the inception of the band, we've had stage props. That's something I always knew I wanted to incorporate. I'm really big on visual elements of performance. And so from the very get-go, we had the CRT TV with the insulation spray foam on the outside painted pink. I think we had a lamp that had a bunch of burned Barbie dolls glued to it. And we had like a miniature bed that had a Barbie oh my God, a Barbie duvet cover on it.
Yeah.
And
bedspread. Yeah.
so props were always, yeah, a big part of Stepmom. But the dancers came, I believe, in 2022. And I always knew I wanted to expand on the visual elements of Stepmom. And so it just kind of gradually um, became bigger and bigger.
Do you consider yourself an artist that plays music or a musician that loves art or what?
Um, I think all of it.
Yeah.
I think I would describe myself as a visual artist, but also a musician, a performance artist. I think all of the above.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, considering all your jobs too, it's all very like on theme. I love it. So you say art pop. Apple Music says that you're all an alternative band. But yeah, art pop. That makes more sense to me, actually.
Yeah, art punk is what we say, but pop, punk, alternative indie.
Right. I mean, I was getting hints of like new wave, which is like
Yeah,
technically under the punk umbrella, right?
yeah,
But it's like catchy and
yeah.
it can take a lot of different forms. Yeah. Um, yeah, what are the influences for so the song that we're talking about today is Survival Mode and it's on an EP. And you played, I think, all the songs from that EP when we played together. Like what are the influences for this EP versus this song Survival Mode in particular? Like are they different? Are they the same? Anything coming to mind when you were like recording?
Mm, I think they kind of all pull from similar influences. I'm really into Devo, specifically for survival mode. I was heavily inspired by the band Decisive Pink, which is more electronic based. Um, but something in the song, I don't even know how to pronounce the title. It's like Half Milch Holiday. I think it's like a German word, but
Milk.
that song specifically, yeah, that's
Who knows?
probably uh, that song inspired it. I mean, I'm really into like
Is David
Bikini
Byrne a
Kill.
part of it?
Yeah, David Byrne. Um, Yeah, and with the radio show, I'm constantly listening to new music to put on the weekly playlist. And so I'm constantly having new input being thrown at me. And so it's really just a little tiny bit of all these different bands that I couldn't even tell you the name of, but
Right.
I'm constantly listening to new stuff and picking out the pieces that I like out of everything. And then there's a song called Welcome to Prophetopia, which is the opening song, and it's heavily inspired by like elevator, like lobby music.
Yeah.
And I'm really into Walter Wanderley. He's a Brazilian kind of like bossa nova and uh, artist, and he heavily inspired that song.
Yeah, it's like the nightmare of being on hold.
Yes.
For sure. For sure. That song's very effective as the opening number on the album, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's get into this song specifically. I think it sounds awesome.
Thank
Just so
you.
you know, like the recording of it. Um, for anyone that hasn't heard Stepmom, you will at the end of this episode, of course. But you know, it's not just guitar, drum, and vocals. There's also synths, but like it still manages to fit into it, um, like really appropriately or like organically, right? Like it's not just like, and now a pad of something sitting on top of a rock band. Like it really gels. And I think that the song and the mixing process could have gone a lot of different ways. So I'm wondering, how did you land on like the vibe that you wanted from this song?
I knew I wanted to give it a lot of spaciousness and to
Mhm.
not overcrowd the different parts. And so I feel like we landed in a perfect place where everything kind of has its nook, everything has its own like nook and cranny. everything kind of just lays exactly where it's supposed to lay. Um, and of course, my bandmates helped a lot with that. And then also our co-producer, Billy Reed. I record at his home studio, and he, would add some tasty sprinkles on top and like percussive elements. Um, and yeah, I'm really big on synth tones and finding just the right tone. And this song is a little different because it's not super guitar heavy. Like there is guitar, but I'm not like strumming chords constantly. It's just sporadic where it's placed. And I think this was the first song that I wrote that wasn't super guitar focused and was more kind of synth focused.
Um, do, yeah, is Stepmom a band or is it you?
It is my creative project, and then I have collaborators that I work with.
Cool. I'm always curious how that like works out because there's a million ways to be in a band,
Yeah.
a million ways to come to like the finished product. And I think that is always really fun to hear the stories around that and why people do what they do. So tell me an interesting story around that and why you do it.
Well, I don't know if it's interesting, but I'm kind of a control freak. And
okay. Yeah, right. That might be it.
yeah. And I just from the onset have had this kind of creative vision for the project and kind of the forward momentum for it. And it's kind of me processing and deconstructing systems of power. And with that comes like how I express my gender and um, how I unlearn the patriarchy and just all of these things that I am constantly unlearning. And it's through stepmom that it kind of helps me, process the world around me.
That's great. That's why I'm in a band.
Yeah.
And so then you can sort of invite people in, like if that's like the thesis almost of the band, you can invite people in to be a part of that. And you guys know like where you're going, what the direction is as far as what you're talking about. So in this song, Survival Mode, I love the line, disassociate. That sofa would look great. Lyric reference. like talking about online shopping and like distracting yourself and stuff. And so tell me more about like what this song is about. I took it as like a general capitalism sucks song, but what else is going on? What angles do we have here?
I mean, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It was inspired by, I came home from my first 2-week long tour, traveling up the East Coast and playing New York City. And that had been a bucket list tour for me. Coming home and having, I had this magical experience touring, playing every night, doing exactly what I want to be doing with my life. And then coming home, and then you're faced with the reality of, oh, fuck, I have to get back on this hamster wheel.
Yeah.
I have to get back into the grind. And it was really just me coming to terms with that and processing that and being, politically aware and how that can take a toll on your mental health. And then you want to distract yourself from the realities of the world by participating in consumerism and like numbing yourself. But then you feel like a piece of trash for, falling into exactly what they want you to be doing and then like coming in and out of it. And it's like a battle for your attention. Where you place your attention is so important. And the society we live in, they really want you to be numb and docile and just keep hitting the purchase button. And yeah, this song is about trying to overcome that
Do you
struggle.
consider what you were feeling to be like post-tour depression? Or was it just like, oh, back to real life? and it
I think a
looks
little
very
of both.
different. Yeah.
I think a little of both. Yeah. I was wanting to continue to travel and kind of break out of my day-to-day routine, and then being forced with the reality of, oh, I gotta pay my rent and I have to survive. Um, and then it's like getting back into the grind of things. It's hard to take care of your own like bodily needs
Mm,
and your spiritual needs and your creative needs and all the things that make you feel human because you are just trying to survive. Like that's the title of the song, Survival Mode. Like you're over exhausting yourself and working, and yeah, it's hard to feel human
mm.
sometimes.
What helps you get out of that, out of survival mode? What helps you like ground
Saying
yourself when you
no
get back?
to more things,
Saying no?
saying no, like
Yeah.
only saying yes to things that is a like a resounding yes, like I do want to do this thing. And being in nature, taking walks. I have a really great walking path where I live that
Mm.
brings me a lot of joy. Being connected to my animals. Um, I think being creative, creating things helps break me out of that. Um, but it can be hard when, you know, at the end of the day, you don't have a lot of energy left and you do just kind of want to veg out on the TV and not move or use your brain in a creative way. And so, and I still struggle with that today, trying to carve out the time for myself to be creative and to tend to my like spirituality.
Mm.
But the more and more I like think about how I want to regain my connection with like the source energy that's around all of us, the more I realize it really is up to me. I'm the only one standing in my way of that connection. And you really have to claim it for yourself and be mindful of where you are placing your attention and maybe shift if it's going towards something that isn't feeding you or giving you reciprocal energy. It's time to shift and put it towards something that actually makes you feel alive.
Man, good reminder for me. Thank you. What else do you really like about the song that you feel like no one notices or talks about enough?
No one notices.
Or something you're like really proud of that you're like, I'm so glad we made that decision to do that.
I don't know, maybe at the end there's all these kind of like warbly little guitar lines that are kind of like glitching in and out. That kind of carries the song to the end. I really like that we added that. It almost sounds like just like little like
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's a really cool song. It's a cool EP. Um, what is coming up for Stepmom? What is next? What are you working on? Is it time for a break? Are you working on new stuff?
Currently, I am working on resting and recuperating after this last summer tour we just got back from. Um, and slowly, I will start to work on our new album. I think it's time for a full-length album because we haven't released one since 2020. Um,
When did the band start? When did you start this?
2019.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, slowly working on new material. I have sort of a loose concept in mind for that and what I want to be doing. Um, and probably won't tour again until maybe spring or summer of next year. And right now, focusing on what I was, talking about earlier, kind of my spiritual health and a lot of my physical health. Being on the road is really hard on your body, and I really need to, yeah, rest and recuperate after that.
I want to ask you more about your that interests me, that phrase, your spiritual health. Like, what does that mean to you?
I think building the relationship and connection I have to myself, and spending alone time with myself and like meditating and just, I think, growing the spaciousness within me
Hmm.
is kind of how I like to look at it. And I feel like when I do spend more time just like processing, like so much happens to us every day. And a lot of the time, I don't, you know, spend enough time reflecting or journaling about it, really dissecting how I feel about situations or just things happening around me. And so I think spending more time doing that is really healthy and good for my spiritual health. And I think my spirituality also is a direct connection with my creativity.
Hmm.
Like I said, like tapping into the source energy that's all around us. Um, I feel like that is directly where I get creative inspiration, is just feeling connected to the whole, to the universe, to the cosmos. Um, and it really takes having an open vessel for that to fully connect. And I feel like when I am bogged down with the day to day struggles and day to day worries, and I don't spend time to like clear and uh, create that spaciousness within myself, then that connection can get blocked.
Does it affect, I mean, I assume that it would affect like your writing process. Like, can you tell a difference in the kind of things you write when you are feeling, uh, you know, in survival mode versus being like really grounded?
Yeah, I mean, when I'm in survival,
I'm secretly just wanting you to say like, yeah, I just write more like aggressive punk songs or something.
well, it's hard for me to even write when I am in survival mode.
Mm,
Like I find that when I have that connection with source energy, I am just completely blocked up and I don't get inspiration as easily. But when that channel is clear, I mean, stuff will just pop into my head all day long and I'm writing stuff down like in the middle of the night or creating voice memos. It usually just comes to me in little melodies is how songs typically start for me, like little catchy melody lines, and then the
like
lyrics.
with potential lyrics attached, or you're thinking of like the guitar parts, you think? Or is it both?
Sometimes it's with the lyrics attached if I have a certain like theme in mind that I'm kind of working through. Um, Sometimes a whole song will come to me and I can hear the guitar part in my head. I can hear what the drums are doing and the bass line. Um, it just varies. It's different every time,
Yeah.
but usually it's just like a melody line that I sing in my head.
Was your household growing up really musical?
Not particularly. My mom would always hum when she would like blow dry my hair or like brush my hair. My dad was really into classic rock, so we'd listen to music in the car all the time together. And he introduced me to like the Beatles and the Who and Rolling Stones and um, all the classics. So that's kind of where I got my musical influence from, I would say. And like, listen, I got my start singing it like country music. Like Mart-
Really?
I would sing Martina McBride and Dixie Chicks at local like Oklahoma Opry, and I'd do little singing competitions at the mall and stuff like that.
Oh my God, amazing. Yeah, do you think that's like, but I'm Southern by the grace of location too, right? Like I'm from Texas originally and lived in Nashville. And so it's just like country's just around. That's just what the kind of music was around. And I thought there might be a question in there, but there isn't. But it's interesting that the first things I really heard and sang along to were the Judds, which is
Mhm.
more says more about my age than anything else. But like I had to like discover rock music in a way. I don't know. even though like, every now and again some parent would play AC/DC or something, but it's it was like it felt like a revelation when I found my own rock band that was like for my generation, like a veil was lifted. Did you have a musical awakening moment like that where you were like, oh, this is bigger than just like
Yes.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. I started listening to the White Stripes in fifth grade, and that really expanded my mind and got me hooked on rock. And ever since hearing, Jack White's erratic guitar solos, I knew I wanted to play guitar
Yeah.
and be like the female version of Jack White. And so, like, the first thing I got when I started building my pedal board was a whammy pedal, because that's what White uses. And I use
Totally.
it in a different way than he does,
Yeah.
but yeah, he was a huge influence on me. And trying to think of who else. I mean, I was into like My Chemical Romance and Paramore and punk and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the White Stripes, they have a hint of country in them, I think, right?
Mm,
Like, or blues, I guess. And so it's not like so it's not disconnected
right.
from the world that we grew up in or what was on the radio when we were
Yeah.
young and didn't have control over what we were listening to. But it's just such a different approach. And there is a sparseness to that band that you could almost, you know, see in Stepmom of like everything really does have its place with
Mhm.
all the songs I've listened to. Which can be hard because it's a lot of like mid-range stuff. It could be really muddy and confusing and
Mhm.
like slammed out or something, but like all that space is really there and you're not it's like pieces of a puzzle to make the puzzle like to make the picture that you want versus just like
Yeah.
everyone doing everything all the time, you
Yeah.
know? Yeah. Which no question, I just think it sounds cool.
Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoy composing and finding what piece goes where. Um, and working at Factory Obscura, I've had the pleasure to create um, immersive soundscapes for immersive environments. And
Oh,
so,
that's so cool. Tell me about that.
um, typically, the visual artist will come to me if I'm contracted to do a song, and they'll tell me kind of the vibe of the space and kind of what feelings they want to emote with the space. And then I, pitch a few ideas to them and then kind of put together a rough draft, using a lot of like MIDI sounds and guitar and pedal effects. And then they'll give me feedback, and then I go back with another draft. And it's one of my favorite things to do because writing lyrics is really hard. And honestly, the hardest part of the process for me. And so when I'm just creating a soundscape and there's no lyrics, I feel a little more free.
Oh, wow.
And also writing within the bounds of Stepmom, there's sort of a box I've built around it. Like I can't, I mean, I could, and I do sometimes, but like straying too far in different genres, like it it's easier to explore more when I'm creating soundscape work, which I want to incorporate in this next album is some more synth-based soundscape design songs. So yeah.
Wow. That's so interesting because you're the singer and the lyricist. And
Yeah.
it's like the hardest part for you.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that to yourself?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I like expressing myself, but it is also like a puzzle finding just the right words that you want to say to emote a feeling. Um, and that can be a very laborious task.
hmm hmm
But
And
I just,
it has to rhyme sometimes, and you're
yeah,
like, oh.
I, yeah. But it is so satisfying when you find just the right words that you want to say. And I'm really big into like alliteration and the it feeling good in the mouth to
Mm.
a lyricist and songwriter that I really admire and look up to is Elle Kempner from Palehound. And their lyrics are just so tasty and they feel so good to sing and say. And so that's kind of what I try to base my lyricism off of.
That's
It's like,
I interviewed them for this podcast, and
oh my
it was cool.
God.
So go back and listen to that
I
episode.
will.
Yeah. No, I actually, yeah, like the verses in this song, the way things rhyme, like a little unexpected, but it's perfect, and it's saying what you want to say, which is you try to medicate productivity is fate. Yeah, just lyric reference. It's like efficient,
Mm,
if that makes sense.
yeah.
And it's a little funny, you know. Distract until my eyes bleed. Watch another ad, please. Like that's great. And then you even say repetition is your friend, and then you're repeating yourself a lot with I don't want to go, I don't want to go in survival mode, right?
Mhm.
I'm telling you things you already know. I'm just telling the audience. Just
Yeah.
nod, Lindsey. Just
Yeah. Thank you.
Is there anything else I didn't ask that you wish I did, or anything else when you get interviewed that you're really tired of being asked, or or what?
I think it's funny when people ask, why did you call the band Stepmom? And I
Yeah,
never have
that's a classic.
I don't have a great answer. It's just like uh I was really into like soccer mommy, and then there's a local band called Husbands. And so I wanted to name the band something kind of in that familial vein. And Stepmom wasn't really taken. There is one trap artist that is called Stepmom, but we are different.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll try to not play their songs accidentally at the end of this episode. But maybe we'll check out both. Maybe I'll interview them too and just compare.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I would never. Was it so annoying when we played together and I was talking about like, you need to talk about your bratty stepkids more on stage or something? Like I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
have
No.
more, like drink more white wine on stage, have an attitude. Like let's lean into this. Was that super annoying, or were you just like,
No, not at
yeah,
all.
heard it
And
all
like
before?
the it kind of plays into the angsty nature of some of our songs too. Like people have angsty relationships with their stepmoms, and it all kind of fits, I guess.
Yeah, but also there's like this weird, um, it's also, pardon me, it's a huge genre of like pornography too,
Oh yeah.
of like step things, right? Step whoever's. And I didn't know if that had entered your mind at any point of like this like one toe being dipped into like a sexual aspect or sexualization, over
Mm,
sexualization aspect.
yeah, it could be. Yeah. I mean, my whole stage persona is very hyper femme, kind of like sexualized version of myself that is sort of like uh, a commentary on like what the patriarchy would want to see,
Mm,
but watch me like rock out on stage and step on your face way. Like I'm gonna dominate you, and like I have the power here. And
yeah.
that's kind of uh where where the persona goes. And so yeah, the whole stepmom thing, it's like it's um subverting expectations, I guess.
Your biggest fantasy or your worst nightmare,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
both.
Yeah.
I identify with that. What I do on stage, incorporating sexuality and
Mhm.
kind of twisting it and holding a mirror up to the audience and being like,
Yes.
is this what you like?
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? Now I'm
Yeah.
going to do something gross or embarrassing. What do you
Yeah.
think about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Which you never do. You never do anything gross or embarrassing. Like, but yeah, twisting it around and it's like challenging, I think, questioning the audience a little bit or daring them sometimes to like think about what is it about this, you know, which I think is an interesting question. But then also in the end, it just the main takeaway is just like, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want, which is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you get it.
Okay, well, where can people find Stepmom online, or what do you want to tell them that you're doing that? It sounds like you're taking a break, you know, but you have music out there right now. They can stream right now. And then what else can they look for, or where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find our music and our music videos at stepmomband.com. Do not look up just stepmom on the internet because you will probably get porn. But stepmomband.com, we do have a music video that is releasing in the next few weeks. We're in final edits right now. So
that'll probably be out by the time this episode comes out, because I got to go on tour first.
Yeah,
and then do this. So hey, everyone, the new music video's out. Go watch it.
Yeah, we'll see. I haven't really set a release date yet because I'm just kind of going with the flow with things. But yeah, new music video coming out for our song Helga Pataki. And that song's all about desire and desire as a powerful force that you can harness for yourself. And yeah, on Instagram, we're Stepmom Band. We have a Patreon that you can join. We have different levels. And I think that's also just Stepmom Band on Patreon. And yeah, our music is on all streaming platforms under Stepmom. And yeah.
Love it. Thank you so much for joining me on But Her Lyrics.
Yeah, thank you. This was fun.
Yay. Thank you, Lindsey. What a calming presence, that one. I love that the most excited she sounded during the entire interview was when I mentioned that I'd interviewed Palehound for this podcast. So clearly, you should go listen to that episode if you haven't already. And thanks for listening to this one. Keep listening to hear Stepmom's song Survival Mode in full, so you know what the heck we were talking about the whole time. You can support this podcast by liking my YouTube channel and sharing, subscribing, and reviewing But Her Lyrics wherever you get your podcasts. It's free and it helps. To find episode transcripts or to find out more about what I do, my book, my trainings, my Patreon, head to shawnapotter.com. To learn about all things waronwomen, like our upcoming European tour in August and a new album called Time Under Tension. Get all those details at our Linktree, which is just linktr.ee/waronwomen. And if you want to support my work for real, or anyone that might be dealing with harassment in public spaces, please share my Safer Spaces online course, which you can preview or sign up for at shawnapotter.com. So head there now, and then get offline and out of survival mode as a treat.